So, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, please welcome our distinguished speaker for today, Dr. Preeti Nanda Sibil, who is a CEO of Med School Health Services and a president of an Indian Association of Functional Medicine. Dr. Preeti is here today to share her expertise on a sustainable rapid fat loss method. So, with a focus of holistic health and evidence based approaches, Dr. Preeti has helped countless individuals achieve their fat loss journey while maintaining balance and nourishing their bodies. During this webinar, she will provide a practical strategies, discuss personalized fat loss techniques, and emphasize the importance of sustainable habits for long term success. So we are honored to have Dr. Preeti Nanda Sibil with our today, and we look forward to an enlightening session on sustainable fat loss. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dr. Preeti as she guides us through the today's topic. So thank you so much. And Dr. Preeti, you can take over the session now.
So I am very, very happy to be here, and I am quite positive that by the time this talk ends, all of you would go back with 1, 2, or 3 things you can do tomorrow morning to lose weight. And for me, losing weight is equal to gaining health. So when I say tomorrow morning you will do 1, 2, or 3 things to lose weight, I also mean that you will be doing these things to gain health. And I think post-COVID, we appreciated more than what we used to before. You know, that health is wealth's wealth, not only wealth, wealth's wealth. So thank you everybody for patient hearing, and thank you for your warm wishes. And I am looking forward to sharing some information with you, which I am sure will make you think differently. So I'm not going to help you fish today, right? I'm not going to give you fish today. I'm going to teach you how to do fishing, which means how to make sure that why you are gaining weight and what can you do to lose weight, right? I'll just share my screen and you can you see my screen? Perfect. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is that till I was a medical doctor, an allopathic doctor, I used to say diet is important to lose weight. How many of you here believe that diet is the key to losing weight, and that's the only thing, less calories, more exercise is equal to weight loss? If that's what you think, give me 1 in the chat box. And if you think no, biggest fad in today's market is less calories, more exercise is equal to weight loss, then give me 2 in the chat box. And guys, okay, so all those who don't know me, the more you respond, the more energy I will have, and the more energy I will have, the more knowledge I will share, right? And also science says that the more you interact, the more you use your fingers during the talk, the more you retain here and more you do next morning. So it is win-win for both of us if you guys are active on the chat, you know. Okay, so I'm happy to see that there are a lot of 1 and a lot of 2. So this tells me 1, that this talk is going to be phenomenally interesting. This tells me 2, that people here are pretty honest and they have their view on health, which is very, very, very nice, because that's, if you have a view, that's when we can, you know, add layers to it and improve it and help you be good at whatever you want to do for your health. So the topic today is beyond diet, weight loss, or I am going to prove at the end that low calorie and high amount of exercise is the worst way you can lose weight. That is the most irrelevant equation which has been put in our minds again and again and again since we've been children. And that is what is creating problem today. So all those guys who are 1, be ready to change to 2 by the end of the talk. I am Dr. Preeti Nanda Sibil. I have almost 30 years of experience. I'm 1989 batch Amritsar Medical College student. And my specialties are working on digestive health, bioidentical hormone therapy, obesity, diabetes, reversing diabetes, hypertension, thyroid, and all of that. Right? I hold a fellowship in functional medicine from A4M, which is the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, in collaboration with George Washington University, and I'm a certified executive coach from CEC, Florida. I'm also the president of Indian Association of Functional Medicine, which is the only body in India which is trying to spread the word about why of disease rather than what. And of course, I was given most popular functional medicine doctor award by ASSOCHAM. And I have about 7 publications on functional medicine and have written 3 books. Cyclic Keto, 4-hour rapid fat loss method, which says weight loss is not equal to weight loss. So what I strongly believe is that losing weight the right way is important. And that's the reason scientifically I know that eating less and exercising more is not the right solution to lose weight. Third book I've written is What Doctors Must Know About Diabetes Reversal, Secrets Revealed from Real Life Stories. So how did all this happen? I have worked with organizations like VLCC, have managed hospitals like Dharamshila, Nova. And then finally, one fine day, I was a diabetic, 88 kgs, obese. I used to call myself Batata Bada, like this round, person. And it was getting very, very difficult for me to just live my life, Kids were growing up and I was becoming unhealthy every possible day. This was me on the left side in this blue lehenga in 2011. Right? I had rhinitis, allergic rhinitis. I had asthma. I had dry, frizzy hair. I had lots of split ends. I was constipated always. So travel was a big problem for me because I knew I would have headache, migraine by the, lunchtime. And by the time I'll come back, I'll be feeling extremely tired because I would be thoroughly constipated. I used to be fatigued, a lot of body aches. Every time I used to see my sons free, I used to call them and tell them, Bunny, please mere pair daba sakte ho kya? Sort of stuff. I had thyroid, I was obese. I told you I had migraine almost 3 days, a fortnight, or sometimes a week. I could do nothing. I had fibroids, cervical, asthma, got 3 MRIs done for my cervical. Nothing used to come out, but I used to feel so much pain here all the time that working was difficult, right? And this is what I became when I started functional medicine. This is 2016, both of these, and this is, I told you, 2011. I started functional medicine in 2015, and the first transformation I did was, on my own, I started looking like this. I'm sure all of you will agree, much younger and prettier than I was in 2011. How many of you agree that in 2016, I was better than 2011? If you agree I was better in 2016, please give me a thumbs up. And in addition to this, in addition to losing weight, looking younger, big change was my allergic rhinitis had gone, my asthma had gone, my cervical had gone. I used to have no pain here. I feel so relaxed, so nice. I had lost weight. No migraines, no dry hair, very healthy, nice, long hair, no fatigues, no body aches, no diabetes. And that is when I thought that if I can do it, many of us here can do it too. The only thing is somebody has to take the lead and start talking about it and letting people know what works. And I strongly started believing in this quote by Thomas Edison. I'm sure most of you know about it. The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will entrust his patients in the care of human frame, in a proper diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. And that's what we do. I send all my patients to my allopathic friends every 4 weeks or 6 weeks, so that my friends can decrease their dose of medicines. Now you would be wondering why I don't do it myself. I don't do it myself because I want my doctor colleagues to do it, because more number of patients they will see where they are able to decrease, more they will start believing that diet works. And you know where this thing comes from? So when I started this in 2015, I was heading VLCC Pan India, technical and operations. I quit my job and, started this. And in the beginning, a lot of patients who came to me with diabetes and obesity, that was what I was treating then, because I was myself a diabetic and obese. And they used to come back and their sugar levels used to come down from 200 to 190, and I had to stop their medicines. And every time I did that, I used to think, oh, reversing diabetes is not possible, because I was taught that, right? I am an allopathic doctor from the core here. So what is happening with these people? So one patient did that, 2 did that, 10 did that, 20 did that. Well, 25 patients of mine, I was able to stop their medicines. They had lost weight. I was telling my husband one day, and he said, Preeti, you are actually reversing diabetes. And then he showed me Dr. Pramod Tripaঠি's video and few others who were already in this line. And that's when I started saying, oh, yes, it can be reversed or it can be corrected, right? And that's what I want my other doctor colleagues also to experience. So for any autoimmune condition, thyroid, hypertension, diabetes, constipation, I send them back to their allopathy doctors. Because together, allopathy, functional medicine, together can create a healthy world and a healthy India. So we can't fight with each other. We have to do work together. Whenever there's an emergency, nothing better than allopathy, right? But whenever there are chronic diseases, preventive diseases, we have to change the way we look at. If you're looking at this side of the hand, and this is, trauma or accidents or emergencies, you need to look at this side too, right? To make sure that the hand is soft and nice and, working fine from both the sides. And this side is what is called functional medicine. So simply, if I have to tell you, this is the what. आपके सिर दर्द हो रहा है, आपकी शुगर बढ़ी हुई है, आपको हाइपरटेंशन है, ठीक है? And उसको आपको दबाना कैसे है? This is allopathy. This side is why. आपकी शुगर क्यों बढ़ी है? आपका बीपी क्यों बढ़ा है? आपके स्किन पे पिंपल्स क्यों आ रहे हैं? आपको जल्दी जल्दी रोना क्यों आता है? Why can't you work as a team player? Why do you get irritated or agitated very quickly? Why? That why is here, right? And if you know why for the what you are experiencing, you are able to correct it for life. But if you don't know why, and if you only keep taking care of what, weight gain, and just, stopping to eat food, just running and doing exercises, even if your body is telling you, I'm half dead, don't do it. You will be on a roller coaster ride. You will lose weight, you will gain weight, you will lose weight, you will gain weight. It will never be sustainable unless you find out why for your weight gain, right? Anybody here who thinks that whatever I'm saying, what needs to be connected with why for sustainable weight loss, give me a capital A in the chat box. And anybody who thinks that this is just stupid, I don't believe in it, just tell me, khana kam khao, exercise zyada karo, and that's the way for sustainable weight loss. Give me a B in the chat box. So I have some C also from Hema. And I don't know what C means. So Hema, I would love to know what C means. And very interestingly, I have got one B in the chat box and rest all are A's. So I like A's because I'm going to prove that to you. But I really like be also Ravi Ranjan, who wants to say that eating less and exercising more is the way to lose weight, right? Ravi, I am going to come back to you after a few slides to know why do you say that. And, I'll be happy to learn. Perfect. Great. So let's see what I mean. So why medicine fails or why your dieting fails? Because for weight loss, major is dieting. That's what all we do. Because we do not know why. And because we do not know why, we do not fix the cause. And because we do not fix the cause, we are not able to get sustainable results. So I would like all of you to think in a different way. The way I said what and why. You don't have a weight problem. Weight is just a symptom. Your problem is something else. But what we are doing is we are just focusing on that symptom without finding the problem. Right? And unless we find out the problem, we cannot get results. So what is important? Important is we first evaluate why we are getting the symptom of weight gain. We first ask, what is the root cause? And that's what we do in our offices all the time, right? We want to know why this customer is unhappy. What is it that we did wrong? What is it that we can improve? And only that is when, we can move forward. And functional medicine gives us a structure of finding out the what or finding out the root cause, right? Now, for weight gain, what can be the root causes? Root cause can be nutritional deficiencies. So people who have weight gain could also have hormonal imbalance, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, insomnia, inability to sleep properly, memory loss, arthritis, infections, depression, constipation, irritable bowel syndrome, chronic fatigue, autoimmune, reflux, rashes, anxiety, thyroid, allergies, asthma. All of these come from this. They can come from nutritional deficiencies. And then we'll have to figure out why nutritional deficiencies. Come from stress. We will have to figure out childhood stress, professional stress, relationship stress. Why that stress? Genetics, very, very important. Poor digestion and infections in your gut, small intestinal bowel overgrowth, small intestinal fungal overgrowth. All of this can lead to weight gain and all other things which we've talked about. Lack of sleep, genetically modified foods, infections, toxins, pesticides, chemicals, medications, and trauma. All of these can be the causes for all these, and one of this is weight gain, right? And there can be many more. I've listed just few so that, we can focus and just start thinking differently. So anybody here who can tell me what is their cause of weight gain, or they know some friend who is struggling to lose weight, what could be the cause in those cases? Can you write in the chat box, 1 cause, 2 cause, 3 cause? You can have 1 cause, you can have more than 1 cause. So let's start thinking differently, right? So what could be the cause? So anybody who is thyroid, who has heart disease. So thyroid and PCOD. But why thyroid and PCOD? So out of the roots, thyroid, PCOD भी इसी वजह से हुए हैं जो मैं आपको नीचे दिखा रही हूँ. Sleep cycle disturbance, mental stress. Yes, food imbalance. So do you think when we divide it like this, it will become easy for us to correct everything which we see in the tree? Over intake, poor nutrition, or poor absorption. Yes. And why over intake? Could be because of toxins. Could be because of poor digestion. Could be because of nutritional deficiency. Body feels that you've not eaten enough because it's not received the nutrition which the body was wanting, right? And if you correct these, all of this will go away like this. All of this, and I am not kidding, right? I see it every day with my patients. So let's understand with this picture. This is my real go-to picture. I love it. And I'm sure after today, you will love it. If you want to take a picture of this, you can click a photograph and share it with you, with all of you. And then you can go and talk about this with your family members or friends who are not here today. Because this one slide will change the way you think, and it will change the way you feel and how healthy you feel and what's your weight. So this is a leaking tap. I have two ways of making sure that the floor is not wet, right? Now, what are those two ways? What is it that you will see in the picture? In the chat box, please. And I want all of you to answer. Yes, and Devender, you don't have to know how to eat and when to eat. Your body has an inbuilt mechanism to tell you that. That mechanism gets off track because of the things we have spoken to here on the root, right? So, okay, close the tap. Of course, supposing the tap is not closed. So give me all assumptions. Yes, first close the tap, then clean. You will never have it. Okay, but supposing the tap is not closing, then what? Draining system should be correct. Fix the drain, change the tap. Perfect. Okay. Put a bucket will get overfilled, and then again you will have water. So this side you've told me exactly root cause kaise dhundna hai. And this side you can put somebody, you can keep mopping. But what will happen? The moment this guy goes off to sleep, again the floor will become wet, or this guy goes off to pee. And this is what our medicines do when we are diabetic, when we have PCOD, when we have thyroid. If we stop our medicines, the overflow starts happening again, we start gaining weight again, right? And that's the reason, if we work on the root cause, we will have sustainable weight loss. Yes, Akshita. And that's the reason in allopathy, I've never said you can stop your diabetes medicines, or you can clean your PCOD, or you can get over constipation or thyroid medicines, right? But now, since I've started working on the root cause, I keep telling people this is possible, this is doable, you can do it, right? But you will have to first work a little more here. It is not as easy as just taking a pill, just having this man here, you're not doing anything. At the end of the month, you pay him, that's it, right? But nothing in this situation is changing. Whereas when you find the root cause, you will have to do some work here now, which will take your time, which will take your money, which will take some effort. But once you've cleaned this up, once the plumber has come, corrected everything, right? You've spent money, you've spent time, but then you're done. You don't have to be worried that if I don't take a tablet right now. Yes, Devendra, Ahar, Vihar, Nindra. Yes, Ravi Chandru. So the book I've written, 4-Hour Rapid Fat Loss Method, talks about the fact that if you are ready to spend 4 hours during a week on your fitness, you can lose weight, provided you work on the root cause. So I would strongly recommend go on Amazon, buy that book. It's written for patients, and see what I'm talking about there. You will love it because it's a the way I talk, that's the way I've written it. So what is it that in functional medicine we are trying to do then? We are trying to create a balance for all chronic diseases, including weight loss. We work on your diet, nutrition, exercise, and solving any traumatic experiences you've had. Because we strongly believe wo nahi honge to weight nahi lose hoga. We have your immune and inflammatory imbalance. We work on inflammation. If is not corrected, you will not lose weight. Gut has to be in balance, because if your gastrointestinal system is in imbalance, forget about losing weight and feeling healthy. Your Center of the health is in your gut health. And if your gut health is not right, don't ignore that. Right? Structural imbalance, very important. Your posture is extremely important when it comes to your weight loss. Mind and spirit, hormones and neurotransmitter balance, your detox, biotransformation or biohacking, energy production, and oxidative stress. We balance all these, and once we balance all these, your body starts to lose weight automatically. Right? And how many of you believe in God? I think all of us believe in God or some supreme power, right? And that's the reason I've written here. If you're wanting to maintain a certain weight, nor less nor more, remember this, oh God, which means take care of your gut, take care of your diabetes, and PCOD is also a form of premature diabetes, and your obesity will be taken care of. Right? It's in the center of your gut health and your diabetes. So again, in terms of weight gain, what I want to tell you is that all these symptoms, they're just the tip of the iceberg, right? What is more important is how are your genetics placed? How is the environment in which you are living? And what is your lifestyle you're following? And a very simple example for you all here is, if you have to, you've gone for a bonfire dinner. So to set the fire, what all you need? You need wood. You need some kerosene, ghee, or some oil on it. But if both of the things are there and you don't have a matchstick, will you be able to set fire? Right? Or you don't have those two stones which you can strike and set fire. Will you be able to do that? No. Right? So that's the reason all this is inflammation. Weight gain is also inflammation in the body. All these three have to be corrected, and all this will go away one by one. So the bigger chunk you need to think is cause, lifestyle, genetics, and environment. And you can start losing weight, which will stay. Right? When we talk of nutritional deficiencies, will this food give you nutrition? No, right? And this will lead to nutritional deficiencies, which will lead to weight gain. We are in an era of healthcare crisis, right? I have had patients. So I recently had a patient, 238 kgs, who came to me for weight loss. The first thing I did was check him for sleep apnea, got him that machine, and his weight started coming down. So why are you gaining weight? And that guy used to tell me, I'm not eating anything. I don't feel hungry, right? But I don't want to get up. I sleep 16 hours a day. We corrected his sleep and he was good. He's better. We have to look at the inflammation. Weight gain is inflammation. So the very important thing is we need to change our wardrobe from medicine cabinet to food cabinet. And what is it that we should have? We should have fruits and vegetables. Please remember, only fruits won't help you. Vegetables are equally important. And we should have some supplements. When I say supplements, I mean is that with food, you are not able to take care of deficiencies. So off and on, some supplements are required, like omega-3, flax seeds, spirulina, chlorella, to detox, because we are living in a very, very toxic world. Wheatgrass, very, very good. It is gluten-free. It really helps your body detox and give you the right, nutrition, whatever is required. So now if we want to see the why, what is the easiest way to see why? All that was theory. How can you do it yourself? If you want to lose weight, you've gained weight, right? Check all of these. So check, how are your eyes sparkling? Are they red? Are they yellow colored? Are they full of energy? Are they looking tired? Right? Eyes actually give you a lot of indication about your nutrition. Check your nails. If you have B6 deficiency, you have zinc deficiency, you have acid deficiency, your nails will tell you. If your nails are breaking quickly, means your protein is not getting absorbed. Rather than buying a supplement for your nails, start working on your digestion. Take care that your protein, whatever you're eating, gets absorbed. You know, even vegetarian people do not have to buy protein powders to get enough protein for their body. We need to work on proper digestion of our food so that the protein gets digested, amino acids are made, and the body parts are recovered. Your skin, pinch your skin. First thing you do, pinch your skin and see whether you can pinch it and how fast does it go back, right? So mine goes back immediately and it doesn't come out as loose skin. I have to pull the whole thing, which means my body is not dehydrated. I have good muscle tone. So pinch it and tell me, how long is it going back? Does it go back a little slowly? If it goes back a little slowly, simple. You're deficient in hydration. You're deficient in omega-3. So do this test, please. Pinch your skin and say, no, Shantanu, lower calories will not always help you. And you will see, because calories are the biggest fat. Last thing you have to look at is calories when you're wanting to lose weight. And I'll talk about it more, Shantanu, don't worry. Very quickly. So Ajay, that means you are hydrated. Anybody who can just pinch their skin, नीचे की muscle को छोड़कर भी आप pinch कर पा रहे हो, means protein अच्छा नहीं है, right? अगर वो थोड़ा सा भी धीरे वापस जा रही है. So very good. So you guys are hydrated. You have okay omega-3, right? But if no, this is a very simple test that you increase flax seeds in your diet, you increase coconut oil in your diet, you increase magnesium in your diet, you look at your digestion, right? Perfect. Elimination. Are you constipated? Do you feel happy about after passing poop? Does your poop come out in two banana-like shapes? Or it comes out in different pieces, undigested food? What is it that it looks like when it comes out, right? So you must know that. You must check before you flush, you must check how your poop looks like. Very, very, very critical. What's the color? Is it light yellow? Is it dark yellow? Is it brown? It is green. It tells you volumes about why you're gaining weight. If you're not pooping properly, means you have infections, you're deficient in zinc, you're deficient in bile, you're deficient in acid, you could have low free T3, and all of this can lead to weight gain. Your bone health, your resting heart rate. If your resting heart rate is high, so post-COVID, a lot of people came to me with resting heart rate of 80, 90, 100, 120, right? Means majority of these cases have some infection in their gut. So digestive health needs to be corrected. Blood pressure, is it stable? Does it stay same when you stand up and sit down? How is your heart rate variability? All of that gives you an idea of your health. Your blood work, your sleep. Very, very important. The first thing which will happen in your body is if you are nutriently deficient, your hair will start following. If you have hair fall, please don't ignore it. Find out why. Because I've seen the first thing which starts happening is hair fall. Whenever people come to me with digestive health or anything else, we sort their health fall, their body starts toning up. And they start losing weight. Also make sure that you know that you don't have any of these symptoms, because any of these symptoms means your digestive health is not good, which means your nutrition balance is not good, your hormones are not balanced, your body is not functioning properly. So what are these symptoms? Gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain, cramping, eczema, dry skin, psoriasis, acne, depression, anxiety, unbalanced hormones, PCOS, tired, fatigued, rundown, weight gain, trouble losing weight, trouble sleeping, stiffness or joint pains, of course, weight gain, autoimmune diseases, B12 deficiency, vitamin D deficiency, thyroid issues. All of these can lead to each other, and all of these can lead to weight gain. But all of these, why? Gut health. Let's correct that. One more thing we all must know in your blood test. How many of you know your homocysteine number? Resting heart rate should be around 72. How many of you know what is your homocysteine number? Please share your homocysteine number with me. Long distance running, if it goes up, that's perfectly all right. Not a problem. Does nobody know their homocysteine numbers? Okay, pretty unfortunate. So from the picture which I've put here, blood pressure 136/94 is not normal. It is telling us that your arteries are inflamed. You better look into this. At 24, your blood pressure should not be more than 126, 128, 80, 82. Not more than that. Something is happening there. Figure it out. What does this picture tell you? What does homocysteine tell me in a lay person's language? Anybody here? Picture kya bata rahi hai? Rusted. Homocysteine tells us whether our body is rusted or not. It is a very, very important parameter of cardiac health. Aajkal itne heart attacks ho rahe hain, sudden deaths ho rahi hain. This is one parameter one must know. It is a very important parameter to tell you how your body is detoxifying. It is a very, very important parameter to tell you how is your neurological or nervous health. People with depression, anxiety must check their homocysteine levels. Very simple blood test. I don't know why we are not doing it. The value of homocysteine you need to maintain anywhere is between 10 to 12. That's the ideal value. Don't go by the lab ranges. And even if it is not covered in your package, pay attention to it whenever you give your blood test. You must know whether your body is rusted or not. Anybody who would drive this car without getting this, perfectly all right from a repair shop? Anybody here who would drive this car and feel they are safe? And imagine the irony. We don't even want to know whether our body is in this shape or not, right? Despite the fact that we have a very simple blood test, and most of us do our routine health checkups once in 2 years, once in 3 years, or once a year. So if you are not able to lose weight, what are the numbers you must know? Another slide I would want you to please take a picture of is this slide. Please click a picture and share it among yourselves. You must know your lipid profile. You must know your HbA1c, homocysteine, hsCRP. You must know your lipo-A, fasting insulin, and PP insulin. These numbers are non-negotiable. You must know all these numbers, bare minimum, if you are starting to lose weight. Right? Fasting cortisol, you must know this. Because if you don't know this and you keep eating less calories, you will keep ruining your health. And that's the reason I'm again and again saying low-calorie intermittent fasting is not for everyone. It is not one shoe fits all. Please visit my website, peakwellness.in, PEAKWELLNESS. You will see a blog there on homocysteine. You will see a blog there on PP insulin. You will see a blog there on why intermittent fasting is not right for everybody. Many years people have thought it's right for everybody, and I've seen so many patients messing up with their health and going from bad to worse only because they have been doing 16 hours fasting. Don't follow the crowd. It is your health. You very personalized. How many of you know that no two people can have the same thumb impression? Anybody here who disagrees with the statement and thinks, no, my thumb impression is same as my partner or my neighbors or my boss? That also means no two people can have the same lifestyle to stay healthy, right? So stress, low energy, thyroid issues, difficult weight loss, all of these, if you know these parameters, you can set them right smartly. And when I say smartly, without killing yourself. Now, one thing which I've not spoken about till now and which is one of the major reasons of weight gain. Toxic fat cells are stalling your weight loss. So if toxins are there in your body needs fat to help you survive. Not to live, please note my word. Help you survive. Till the time you remove those toxins from your body, if you remove fat, all these toxins will come in your blood and will cause ill health. And that's the reason you will see some people will come and say, whenever I exercise, मेरे pimples बढ़ जाते हैं, मेरी तबीयत खराब होने लगती है. Why? Because body starts detoxifying. फैट से सारा टॉक्सिन बाहर आ जाता है, बॉडी हैंडल नहीं कर पाती बिकॉज उसका ability नहीं है हैंडल करने की, and we've not worked on that, and we create problem for ourselves rather than helping ourselves. Don't do that. Please don't do that, right? How can you find if you have heavy metals or toxins in your body? All of us have toxins, but these days we are seeing a lot of heavy metal, which is very unfortunate. Autistic children, type 1 diabetic children, autoimmunity patients, diabetics, hypertensives, anxiety, depression. Heavy metal is something I do in all my patients. Why? Because if these heavy metals are high, you do whatever you want to, you will not be able to lose weight, and you should not lose weight. Because remember, the biggest myth is fat is your enemy. But no, fat is not your enemy. Fat is your friend. Fat is your friend. It is there because for you to survive, it is doing some function which you need for survival. Otherwise, you will be dead. So we do oligoscan. If we don't have oligoscan, which is a non-invasive test, we do DMSA challenge urine test. If that is not also there, then we do hair metal testing and find out if we have heavy metals. And if we have heavy metals, we remove that and weight automatically comes down. With oligoscan, we also can find 20 minerals. You know, if you're deficient in chromium, you will have PCOD or diabetes and weight gain today, tomorrow, or 5 years later. How cool is that, right? So, namak ki tarah ye minerals humko bahut thode chahiye hote hain, but they play a very important role. Zinc nahi hai, आपका digestion होगा ही नहीं, आपका immune system ठीक से काम करेगा ही नहीं. Iodine कम है, you will have fibroids, you can have fibrocystic breast, you will have thyroid, right? You can have different growths. This test only tells us how is your inflammation or omega-3. And you know, interestingly, a lot of people come to me who say we have गांठें हैं जी हमारे body में. I give them omega-3 drips and oral omega-3 in high quantity. वो गांठें चली जाती हैं because they are lipomas. In a lot of those patients, it goes away. Right? So let's understand why. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So these are good foods. You must include them. And the way to look at your lifestyle, this one simple slide. Eliminate contamination. Avoid junk food. And if you are having it, make sure you have it once a week, once in 2 weeks. Make sure that post this, you are exercising. Make sure that you are not stressed when you are having this. Because when you are happy, when you are energetic, you will digest much more than what you will when you are sad. Why? Because your metabolism is the first thing which goes down when you are sad or stressed. Don't do that. Fix your water. You are 68% water like earth. RO water is creating a mess with us. The way we are drinking water is creating a mess. And anybody here who wants one simple tip which can help them get more from the water they drink? Only 5-6 people, so fine. Please send me a message later on. I will tell you the thing, because I think we are 226 people here. So it will be a waste of time for others. We've not even crossed 50 till now. I really need, yes, that's my secret. And it can really help you look younger and lose weight, even if you decide not to do anything else. I don't promote alkaline water. I don't like alkaline water. Yes, if you have cancer or some disease like that, please go ahead and do it. But otherwise, no. What I want promote is have one glass bottle with a wooden cork on it on your table. Have a window or an open shelf where you can put this bottle for 4 hours. And then drink this water. You can put it in fridge and drink this water. You can put it outside and drink this water. What sunlight does to water is it structures the water. It helps remove electromagnetic radiation. It gives water antioxidant properties. It helps water get inside your cells much more efficiently and take care of dehydration. And if in this water you can add 2 grams of Himalayan salt, if you want to drink this water before 4 p.m., it will further help your body nourish. You know, I was in Mumbai for the last 5 days, and I was reading an article written in the hotel where I was staying, which said, for your kidney health, walking on the beach or on seawater is very, very healing. Why? Because the mix of minerals it has helps cleanse the body, right? So good quality Himalayan salt. I also want to iterate here. Anybody who's wanting to lose weight, anybody here who stopped using iodized salt in their kitchens, give me a yes in your chat box. Anybody who stopped using iodized salt in their kitchens? Don't do that, please. Use 4-5 types of salts. Unless you are hypertensive, don't go for low sodium salt. Iodine is so very important. In our water, we have a lot of fluoride. In the bakery items we need, we have a lot of bromide. And if you remember your chemistry periodic table, iodine gets replaced with that. That is the reason hypothyroidism is increasing so much. Use less salt, but use iodized salt in your meals. Use Himalayan salt for your shikanjvis. Use black salt or pink salt on your salads. Use different types of salt, different places, right? And use good amount of spices to make your food tasty. And automatically you will decrease the amount of salt you need. But don't stop white salt. I think that's another thing which we have created for ourselves. Most of our kitchens, we stopped getting iodized salt. Don't do that, right? I think time is getting over. I will quickly finish. Sorry. So, and that was my last slide. Okay. I think I have a good news for all of you. It's been 8 years I have been doing functional medicine, and of course 3 decades since I've been a doctor. All of you, this is our anniversary week going on. Anybody who has any questions about the reports, feel free to connect with the office, and I will be actually happy to give you personalized guidance there. Ekta, I hope I did not take longer than what you had expected, but I will be happy to be here 5-10 minutes extra if that's what I've done.
Yeah. So, I'm just wanted to give you a big note of thank you. So thank you for your outstanding contribution to our webinar today on sustainable rapid fat loss method. So your expertise and engaging presentation style made a significant impact on our audience. So And I would like to request all our participant to provide a feedback on the webinar by completing a brief feedback poll. So I'm just launching a feedback poll wherein you can share your valuable feedback, and this will help us to improve our further sessions and ensure that we continue to deliver valuable content to you. So the feedback poll is live, so you can start having the feedback. And meanwhile, we can also start with an Q&A section. So we have certain 7 Q&A questions that we have under this section. So Dr. Preeti will take one by one so that we do not miss anyone. And if you still have any further questions, the Q&A section is live. You can post your questions over there, so we can take it one by one.
Perfect. So Shantanu wants to know diet and lifestyle. So diet and lifestyle are extremely important, right? But this does not mean that you have to be under stress all the time. Eat what you want to eat, what your body is telling you to eat. But before that, I would strongly recommend that take 3 deep breaths. And you know, our old tradition, that just join hands and take 3 deep breaths and then trust yourself. You will eat only right food. To add to people who don't understand this, I have seen that our diseases started when we stopped eating good fat. So that's one thing you must add in your diet. Coconut oil, desi ghee, which could be as pure as possible. Preferably get white butter and make it at home. Or spend money on organic desi ghee, because that's very critical for your mental health and for your physical health. Add flax seeds to your diet. And if you have nuts and all, please chew them well. Don't eat them in a hurry. Just do this and see how good you start feeling, right? And we can definitely do another talk of 30-40 minutes where we can only talk about diet, and diet. Another thing I've already told you, intermittent fasting is not for everybody. If you're fasting, insulin is high, that's the diet you should follow. If you're fasting, cortisol is low or high, don't go near intermittent fasting, okay? Rima Banerjee wants to ask, please let us know the test which will help us in identifying metal toxins in our body. Where can we get it done? Rima, OligoScan is one test which I do in my clinic. We have about 10 machines in India. Wherever you are, we can find out whether, you have that. Other than that, you can take DMSA first, which again, very few doctors keep, but I do keep. After taking that, give your urine sample to Thyrocare or any other lab you wish to, and you will know what heavy metals you have. If you want to do hair test, you don't want to do DMSA challenge, then you can reach out to my office. We will let you know the lab which does it. It is done outside of India, but there are people in India who help you take the sample, send it out, and send you an online report, right? I hope this is helpful. Agnes Jacob, in age of 23, BP 173, 111. Agnes, you must rule out your heavy metals. Your family history is important, but you definitely have heavy metals. Find out heavy metals, get them removed. You will stay healthy. Otherwise, this is not a good space to be in. Can we boil RO water and have in daily life? So the problem with RO water is it takes away all minerals, right? Good way to get back in form is add little pink salt, Himalayan pink salt, buy the best quality salt, put the bottle 4 hours in sun and drink that. That should be good water for you. Yes. If you can do a little more effort, add 2 pieces of cucumber or 2 pieces of watermelon or 2 pieces of dhania pudina or some ginger. Every day you can add something different. All these foods are rich in nutrients which we want. It will add minerals back. Don't worry too much. And of course, keep giving water a good energy. We all know water has memory, right? Give it good energy. It's going to help you. 68% of your body is water. RO water, I've already given my answer to you. I don't recommend alkaline water for everybody because remember, you need good acid in your stomach for good digestion. 30% of my practice is of people who do not have enough acid in their stomach. All autoimmune conditions, you have to have less acid in your stomach. 70 to 80% of people who have acidity, who have PPIs, who take PPIs, they don't make more acid, they make less acid. Please stop your PPIs, get yourself tested, figure out if you're making less acid, correct your gut, improve your digestion, and stop PPIs. And I'm telling you, I've helped people stop PPIs who were on PPIs for 30 years by giving them acid, not giving them PPIs. So let's do that. How to correct past stool or it's good. I don't understand this question. Past stool, I think somebody can unmute after this and ask question. How to control high BP? First thing for high BP is check your heavy metals, get that sorted. Second is check your omega-3 levels and get those sorted. Third is check your magnesium levels and get that sorted. Start with magnesium citrate or optimum magnesium. You will get the combination of optimum magnesium on the website peakwellness.in. Take it 2 to 3 times a day and see where your BP goes. Do some breathing exercises. Check your cortisol and your BP will come back to normal. Remember, just quitting on salt will not help BP. Yes, balance it, but do whatever else I've told you to do. I never am able to sustain weight loss. Check your why. You will sustain your weight loss. मैं जीता जाता example हूँ. I just married my son on 23rd of June and I can't tell you for 3-4 months, I've been eating so many sweets. I'm a Punjabi with a very, very, very sweet tooth. And all my aunts were 100 kg plus. So I don't even have to eat to gain weight. I can gain weight even if I breathe, right? So, but I don't gain too much of it. 3-4 kgs up, 3-4 kgs down. And I'm extremely happy about that because I've balanced my hormones. And this book, 4-Hour Rapid Fat Loss Method, is just $299. I would strongly recommend read it if you're looking at balancing your hormones, if you're looking at, starting your families, if you're looking at losing weight, whatever. Is jaggery tea better than a normal sugar tea? Yes, but I strongly recommend stop jaggery and sugar both for tea and honey also. Even if you want to take jaggery or honey, take it in other ways which will make it better. And stopping sugar in jaggery in tea is just a matter of 3 weeks experience. After that, now if I take sugar in my tea or coffee, I feel like puking. Body weight and addiction to some things. Addiction is because you have high insulin, fasting insulin or PP insulin, or you are not sleeping properly, or your neurotransmitters are not balanced, or you have heavy metals. Check your why. You will solve it. Eating tips or care tips for lipoma patients. I told you omega-3. If you go on my website, you will find vegetarian omega-3, brain omega-3, extremely good for lipoma patients. 5 ml 3 times a day for 3 months. Let me know if your size becomes less or not. Of course, otherwise IV omega-3 drips, which we do. And you will have to, see that. Best way to have good body structure, just balance your hormones, you will have that. All vital elements. So, Abbas, you don't have to have one test, but I've given you the blood test you should do to check yourself. In addition, you must do heavy metals. Kangen water is good for health only if you take early morning. I don't recommend it. I recommend what I've told you. Human bone intensity for age 2. Bone health is a very, very, very detailed topic. I think that's another discussion. But what I can tell you is only calcium doesn't play a role in bone health. You need good magnesium, you need good K2 for good bone health. So make sure that if you're taking calcium, you are taking magnesium, K2, vitamin D to have good bone health. Can we drink water stored in brass and copper? You can definitely drink that. Don't overdo anything. Excess of copper also affects your immune system. Right? High cholesterol, but weight is correct. That means your body is not able to utilize cholesterol. So see, Cholesterol is very, very important for cellular health. High cholesterol means your digestion is not proper, your cellular cholesterol is not being utilized. Figure out how is your digestion. Which cold pressed oil, any good cold pressed oil, there are a lot of companies now. And they're good. How to remove fat lump from body and body lumps dangerous for body. See, anything which is not normal is your body is trying to tell you, I need help. Now you have to know how much you love your body and how much help you're ready to give to your body. Right? When using the smartwatch, ideal heartbeat and SpO2, I don't recommend smartwatches. I think it is only increasing electromagnetic radiation in our bodies. And as it is, electromagnetic radiations are doing a lot of mess in our health. High cholesterol, my mother-in-law is not able to sleep properly, 1 to 2 hours. So first is start melatonin for her. Make sure she doesn't sleep during lunchtime. She gets up in the morning and then stays awake. Make sure she has early dinner at least 4 hours before sleeping. And then let me know how she's improved. 5 milligram melatonin 1 hour before she wants to sleep. Keep her room a little colder than normal. And it should help. Raw foods are enough to cure hypertension, diabetes, cyst. I don't believe in that. I believe everybody is very personalized. Now, if you will have heavy metals and that's the reason, then raw foods is going to create problem for you. I had this patient who was taking celery juice every day for last 6 years, and he was having repeated kidney stones and BP was not going. And when I did his homocysteine and genetics, we realized he was not detoxing properly. So celery was further creating problem for him rather than helping him improve. So I think one test here and there to personalize your health is a good idea. Coffee and tea good for health, to be avoided. Everything in balance is good. 2 to 4 coffees or teas every day is not a problem at all. How you drink it, with whom you drink it, when you drink it is very important. Early morning, empty stomach, tea or coffee is not good. Start your day with plain water or juice, and then you can continue with everything. Suffering from vitiligo, heavy metal. You must do heavy metal test. You must do Coimbra's protocol, which is high dose vitamin D. Vitiligo is not very easy to treat, right? But you must understand it's an autoimmune disease. So it will lead to more autoimmune diseases. So autoimmunity challenges that you have had this disease now. Every 2 to 5 to 10 years, you will have one more. So the first thing which is important is stop that autoimmune cascade which has started in your body. Second is then heal your disease. So heavy metal is important, gut health is important. You need to know both to get out of vitiligo if you can and stop that cascade, which is very important. Curd at night, I don't have yes or no opinion. In Ayurveda, people say don't have curd at night. When I need to give probiotics to people, I do give them, but I check them. If you have fungal infections, your body will not tolerate curd. So it's not one size fits all. You need to know what your body is telling you. So listen to your body. I got hyperacidity issue. I will get severe headache. Please check whether you're making less acid or high. Check yourself for Helicobacter pylori infection. You don't have to do an endoscopy. You can do simple IgA and IgG test. And then connect. You find the cause of your hyperacidity, right? And then everything will settle. Check your fasting insulin, PP insulin, fasting cortisol, free T3, TSH, vitamin D, B12, REMA, and see what is not right. And once you know what is not right, accordingly, we can advise you what diet to take. And we can also advise you if you need some supplements or anything else which you need to do. Don't beat your body. Please don't. Body is gaining weight because something is not correct. Find that and heal yourself, right? Beating around the bush is not going to help you lose weight. Stop that now. How to improve gut health, as it's the most important. Mavisha, I do separate webinars on gut health. Do join sometime, or maybe, Ekta can organize one gut health webinar to talk more about that slide we had on why your gut is crying, and we can take that. Simple thing about improving gut health is eat your feed properly, or eat your liquids and drink your solids. Your gut health will start improving. Can you talk about the maximum advantage of water intake you mentioned in the session? I don't get this question. Psoriasis, very, very simple to reverse. Don't stay with it. Please come and connect with me or any other functional medicine doctor. You will love Ekta for life. Any diet suggestions for psoriasis? Do an anti-inflammatory diet for psoriasis. Leave gluten, milk, peanuts, soya, processed foods, sugar, jaggery. But that's not all. Do something more. Get off psoriasis and you can do it properly. As we are sitting in AC, we don't get enough vitamin D. Go out of AC whenever you have a call. Walk out. Don't think you will tan. Use less of sunscreen if that's what you can afford doing. Otherwise, take vitamin D supplements. Do infrared sauna. Eat 2 small bananas. That's good source of vitamin D. Whenever you're wanting to get vitamin D from vegetarian sources, have mushrooms. And if before cooking, you can keep it outside in sunlight for 30-40 minutes, the vitamin D in mushrooms will increase. So these are some of the tips which I think can help you, counter the side effect of staying in AC. How to get rid of gastric issues, abdominal pain issues, make good health. Vishwas, you will have to request Ekta for another webinar. And I think I've not missed any question.
Yes, we have covered all the questions under the Q&A section. So as we are concluding this topic, so let us remember all of them, so that well-being is something as a continuous journey, and the knowledge which we have gained today can serve as a foundation for a positive change. So let's apply this insights and some kind of practical strategies, and let us see like what improvements that we have under the fat loss or the weight loss journey that everyone is going through. So once again, thank you so much for sharing your expertise and your insights to our audience, and we truly appreciate your contribution, ma'am. So there are still some questions which are coming up, but yes, definitely we will be taking another one session on a gut health soon with Dr. Preeti. So if you have any kind of a recommendation, you can just give us under the poll section, so that it will help us to create more sessions in parallelly in future. So we have some raised hand as well. So if anyone wants to come to the panel and talk to Dr. Preeti, I'll move to the panel. So we have Agnes Joseph who have raised the hand. So Agnes, can you just accept the request and you can move to the panelist if you want to have some questions to be asked to Dr. Preeti?
So
Sunita has also
one very good question which I've not answered in the chat box. Vitamin D injection suggested. Vitamin D should go through your liver if you want good results. That's one medicine. Better let it go through your liver. Oral is good. Oral is much better. Erakitol Nano is a good brand. It gives good results. Once a week, once in 2 weeks. And you must keep your vitamin D between 50 and 80.
So we have,
Ma'am, I would like to know what is your book's name and how to consult you.
Right. I've given my clinic number in the chat box, and otherwise peakwellness.in is the website. You can find out names there.
Peak Wellness.
Yeah, okay. Peak Wellness. PEAKWEELLNESS. Erakitol Nano is the name of the vitamin D, which is very good brand. That's what I use for myself. Right. And you had one more question, no? Name of the book. On Amazon, yes. You will find it, 4-Hour Rapid Fat Loss Method. If you will go on the website, you will have the Amazon link also there.
Okay.
I have one request for all of you. If you do any change from tomorrow morning, do share that with Ekta. And if some people do some changes, do share that with me. It helps us know that, the time invested and the knowledge shared was good enough. Right?
Sure.
And even one
So
change can make a huge difference.
So if anyone has further more questions on the particular topic, you can write us at wellness@myswitch.com, and we will be happy to get it get it answered by Dr. Preet itself.
We'll be happy to do that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So so thank you so much, Dr. Preeti, for taking your valuable time for this session and giving us some insights on the topic. So let us let us connect like next Friday on which the topic webinar is for problem solving. So let us join for the next webinar, and the registration link will be live soon. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.